join me because I've got loads to catch you up on. Right, while you do, I'm just going to wipe my face because it's quite stuffy in here. I need some cooling, and I'm going to put some face spray on. Hello, hello, hello. So, I'm not doing a Disney look today. I'm going to show you some things that I've just recently bought. Hello, Stacey. How are you? You feeling better? I haven't done my nails yet. Again, they've all gone. Hello, Jess. Hello. Long time no see, Jess. Good to see you on here. Hello, Terry. Hello, Nicola Lombardi. Ciao. Ciao, Bella. I nearly said good evening to you in Italian. It's been so long since I spoke Italian. I nearly said buonasera. I don't know why. It's just that's what came in my mind. And it's not even evening in Italy, is it? So I can't get away with that as an excuse. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Right, I'm just putting on some of my vitamin C serum, which I love. I've definitely got favourite products that I'm using a lot of and consistently recently. And this is one of them. The Glow Drops by Missani. Hello, Nina. Hello, Rebecca. Hello and goodbye all. Off to move my daughter into university. Oh, good luck with that, Rebecca. And best of luck to Shoshana. And the only reason I know her name is because that used to be your YouTube name. You used to log on your daughter's account. So for the first year, I thought Rebecca was called Shoshana. Right, have I got news for you? Have I got news for you? Do I look a little bit more perky today? Do I? Last week, I'm going to put some magic cream on while I update you about my week. Positively perky. Last week, I've got to tell you the whole story because you'll think, oh, and then you think, oh, and then, oh. Right, anyway, it's a bit of an up and downer story. So last week, I was due to find, oh, by the way, I know I've got a stain on my top, but I'm going to use pigments today, and this is going in the wash afterwards. And I knew that I was going to drop pigments all over the place. So I thought, it's going in the wash. I'll put on a dirty top, and then if I get pigment over it, doesn't matter. All right, so I do know that I've got a stain on my front. Okay, so last week I was due to finally see the musculoskeletal service about my knee, and I wasn't really holding out an awful lot of hope because, you know, I've had all sorts of try and relax and do meditation and pace yourself, and yes, it's arthritis, and there's, you know, all that kind of nonsense that doesn't actually get you any further on other than it's something you got to live with. And I was sent an appointment. First of all, they cancelled it because of I don't know whether it was because of the strikes or whatever. So they cancelled it and they rescheduled it. And I kept saying, I'm sure this can't be right. It's a Saturday. And I did check with my foot health. And They said, oh no, sometimes they do Saturday appointments. So anyway, long story short, I turn up last Saturday for my appointment and I'm sitting in the waiting room and no one's coming out. And I thought, oh, here we go. And then one of the clinicians came out and he said, who are you waiting for? I said, musculoskeletal. He went, oh, right. And he went back and I thought, oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew, because I'd been waiting for it was 20 minutes after my appointment time. He came back out with his laptop and he went, could you give me your date of birth, please? I thought, oh, God. I gave him my date of birth and he went, oh, your appointment was yesterday and we've discharged you for non-attendance. I thought, that's it. I'm gonna go. And I went, no, hang on a minute. Hang on a cotton-picking minute. Right? And I got up my text messages and it says, your appointment with musculoskeletal is on Saturday the 19th at 11:20. And I showed him, I said, look. And he went, oh, yeah, that definitely says today. Right, I said, so I don't know what it is, but it's your error and you are not discharging me from this clinic. I have waited, you've cancelled me once, right? And I was all ready to put in a complaint. You've cancelled me once and I'm not going to have it down as I didn't attend. I am desperate. I'm absolutely desperate. And he went, oh, okay. It looks like they sent you out the wrong text. I don't know what's happened, but I'll see you in my lunch break. And I thought, great. So he's going to be munching on his dinner and he's not really going to be doing much. He'll probably fob me off with a few exercises and send me off with an app, right? And if he does, I'm definitely putting in a formal complaint. Anyway, I went in. So that's the downside. Went in. He listened really attentively. He examined, the first person to actually examine my knee. Honest to God, 8 months, the first person, other than the on-call doctor that first came out in December, the first person to actually examine my knee. He examined my knee. He was very thorough. He moved it and twisted. He said, right, this is what's happened. You have got a flare-up, and it can flare up that quickly. And he said, this is bad, and it may be that you need surgery, blah, 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 blah. But he said, what might help is an injection. Okay, so I was thinking I was going to send me off. And he says, would you like me to do it now? And he went through all these risks. There's a risk of infection. You might not be able to drive home. You might not be able to do X, Y, and Z. I said, I don't care. If I can't drive home, I'll call a cab and I'll get my brother-in-law to come and pick up my car, right? I don't care about infection because I've been getting infections anyway. Just do it. Do it. Right? He did it. Put in the injection. And I had to rest for 48 hours. Look, I can walk without crutches. My leg, my lymphedema has disappeared. I no longer have lymphedema in my legs. That has been there for 5 years and it's gone. My leg is slim. It's like a bloody miracle. Right? It's like a bloody miracle. Now, okay, it's still not great when I'm walking around. It's not complete cure. But when I came out, I tell you what, it was like a scene from some biblical scene, right? I put my crutches in the boot of my car and walked to the car. I put them in. I was having to use my crutches to get into the car. I put them in the boot and walked to get in the car. And came in without my crutches. I haven't used my crutches since. My pain has gone from a 9 to a 9.5 to a 1 when I'm resting and about a 2.5 when I'm walking. So that's why I'm perky. So, steroids, good stuff. Hopefully, it'll last for long. But do you know what? They did something. 8 months. 8 months. Why could they not have done that 2 weeks later? Why did I wait 8 months for that? Right. Anyway, so that's my update. And next week, I'm going to Center Parks with Jack and Mick. So I won't be doing my live next week. But I'm going to have a couple of pamper sessions in the spa. Because after all that pain, I feel like I deserve it. And I don't say that often. Now, there's a couple of things I wanted to show you. Now, you know at the moment that I have been on an absolute... I love Doll 10. Well, I saw this and it's had so many good reviews that I thought I've got to try the primer next. I'm really loving Doll 10 as a base. Now, I put this primer on. I actually wore this for my appointment. I put this primer on and then I put my foundation and my concealer and my colour corrector. I did the whole works. Because I do think if you do up your face and you do your makeup, I do think professionals take you more seriously. Call me daft. But anyway, my makeup, my foundation in the evening looked like I just applied it. And I've never been that convinced that primers do anything. The only one that I liked was the Daniel Sandler one because it's got silicones in it and it did actually kind of balance out the complexion. But this one, in terms of making your skin, your foundation last, is perfect. But not only that, and I'm going to show it you, it's actually tinted and it's got quite a bit of pigment in it. So you can wear it on its own. Now, I got the shade Tan 3, but most people would be a medium. And I probably could get away with medium, but it's summertime, right? So I'm going to show you what this looks like. This is just the primer. You can wear this on its own without putting any foundation on. And it is going to just blur out all those imperfections on your skin. And do a bit of colour correcting. Again, I'm just deliberately doing it on half of my face so that you can see what this looks like. I'm definitely going to be getting a couple more products from Doll 10 because I'm very impressed by them. Now, and I know that, hello, Lisa. I know Clara from Beauty is Ageless has just done a video. I keep meaning to go over and watch it. She's done a full face of Doll 10. So do go over and watch that. But look, so that's without, that's with. So, and that's half a pump. Let me put the other half on this side. I might need a slight bit more. I've got to go and get my teeth done when I come back from holiday. I've been so distracted with all my appointments for my knee that my teeth are going to fall out at this rate. Right. So, that is the Doll Primer, and it's called Doll Skin Genius Tinted Serum Primer. Right, it says it energizes your skin cells to repair and defend against aggressors. It's powered by skin-loving ingredients like collagen, aloe extract, and vitamin C to boost radiance and hydrate. Now I'm going to put on my foundation because I'll tell you, this will look the same this evening as when I first applied it. Except I didn't get everything ready, so just bear with me for a minute while I look for everything. Right, so I'm now using the TCE Doll 10 foundation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some, I got some more pigments from Carla Cosmetics. And I also got a new Natasha Denona palette, the Yucca one. And I'm waiting on the new one as well. My sister has ordered it from the States and we're waiting on it. She got herself one, she got me one. We ordered them together. Because you pay for less packaging that way. Right, so that is the foundation. This, by the way, is the Doll 10 buffing brush, which is really good as well. Now, what I do with this is where I've got my little cheek peaks, I just dab a bit more in that area. Stipple. She's bringing out a new magic cream, is she? Fragrance-free water gel cream. So good for oily skin then. I like the original. But it's good that she's catering for people with more oily skin, because magic cream, I know the light ones are slightly better, but I think if you've got oily skin, very oily skin, then it's good that she's got one that's a water gel one. Now, then I'm going to put on my colour corrector. Again, Doll 10. With the Doll 10 brush. And then I'm going to do a mixture of the Yucca palette by Natasha Denona. I'll show you that in a minute. And Carla pigments. Hello, Shahina. Yeah, there's no need to try the new one for the sake of it if it doesn't suit your skin tone. Your skin type, I should say. Right, and then I'm going to put on the concealer. So all of this is Doll 10. And I'll try and do a photograph later on. Now, I have to apologise. Last week, I didn't do any follow-up photographs, and I haven't done the steps of what I did, but I will write that up. I haven't forgotten about it. I just didn't do it at the time. So if you're waiting on that, I will let you know when I've updated all of that, or I'll put it on the community posts and Instagram and whatnot. So I'm just putting on, now this is medium because I like to brighten under my eyes and down my nose, up here, down the center of my face. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyes, but I'm going to swipe it rather than dab it. Doll 10 apparently do an eyeshadow primer as well, but you can't get it on QVC. You got to get it from the States. So now I'll put some powder on, set all that into place. I'm just going to use my La Prairie one. Yes, the I Need a Nude Palette. That's the one that I've got on order, Shahina. So as soon as I get it, I'll do a little video on it. You got the Tinkerbell Magic Cream. Ah, you've been listening in the shower. Well, Sheen, I think you get the prize for the most unique way of listening to Ali M's Beauty. I've had people listening at airports, people listening in bed, but I don't think anyone's ever said that they've been listening to me in the shower. So you get the prize. If anyone else can come up with something more unusual, do let me know. Right, there we go. Plenty of powder to set it all down. And I will do a photograph later on because it will look like I've just applied it. Let's do that like that. Right. Now, let me show you. So, the other one's on order, but I got the Yucca palette. Yeah, I don't know what Tinkerbell cream is. So, Stacey, what is the Tinkerbell cream that you're talking about? Right, here's the Yucca palette. Would you like me to swatch these for you? Yeah, I was wondering, does she mean Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream? But then that is just Magic Cream in a Tinkerbell pot. Or is it because, oh, is it the lid that you like? It might be the lids because it's a different, I know Stacey wanted the different lids. Yeah, right, okay. Right. Does anyone want to see swatches of this before I start using it on my eyes? I'll wait to see if you would like swatches. Yes. Okay. Right, so we have I really need to put this down somewhere so I can start swatching. Just bear with me a second. I'm just clearing a bit of space so I can put it down in front of me. Right, that's better. Okie dokie. Right, so this one is called Plantasia. And then we've got Calathea. As I say, excuse my nails. I'm thinking I might get my gel nails done next week while I'm on holiday. What do you think? Because then I don't have to worry about them for a few weeks. And when I put on my compression tights, that's when they all flake. Right, then I've got Komorebi. Komorebi? It's Komorebi. Anyway, Komorebi. So it's like a greeny gold. And then we've got Acacia. This one is actually loose. I need to glue it back down again. This is Acacia. So it's like a sort of dirty olive shade. Oh, I know. Isn't it always the way? School holidays. Can't you go away somewhere in the UK where you can kind of rest up? Right, this one is called Camu Camu, which is a matte yellow. And then we've got a slightly darker mustard yellow called Tipu. Then we have another shimmer called Elysian, which is silver. The shimmers in here are amazing. It's like a slate. Then we have Valley, which again is a sort of a browny yellow. Do those shades have the pinholes in the back? Yes, they do. They do have the pinholes in the back. Why? Is that... Does that mean you can replace them or something? Right, where am I up to? Right, I got up to Valley. Right, then we got Citrine, which is a slightly richer yellow. You're in A&E. Did they not put you on IV antibiotics then, Stacey? Can you see my feet, please? No, at the moment, Tazi, I'm doing a makeup video, so not at the moment. I'm just doing swatches and I can't really do that. Right, okay. So then we've got Ray. Which is that shimmery one. Was there a reason that you wanted to see my feet? I'm just intrigued. Is it because I was talking about the issues that I'm having with my legs? Right, so that one is called Ray. And then It might be that Tazzie's got similar issues going on, so I don't want to be completely dismissive if, because this channel is about disability as well. You've got similar issues. What are your issues, Tazzy? Tell me a bit more and then I'll kind of understand. Right, then we've got flax here. So this one is a mat, as you can see. Then we got fuchsia, which is a really lovely orangey. Do you know what? This colour always reminds me of the 60s. You know that orangey, yellowy, orangey. It's just got a 60s vibe to it. Right, then we've got macchia. Oh, this eye's starting to water now. Right, then there's macchia. No, you haven't got similar issues. You were just seeing my feet. Okay. Is that a nope? Anyway, right. This is macchia. Right, and then we've got ixia, which is this one. And then finally we've got willow, which is this one. And I love this one. I really love this one. Because it looks like a real tealy green. I love the way you're all giggling. You crack me up, you lot. Right, okay. So, there are all the shades. So we're going to do an eye look. But let's start the eye look and then I'm going to show you the pigments, okay? Right. Now, I am going to go in with, which shade shall I go in with? I'm going to go in with Valley, because that's quite a good transition shade. Hello, Sharon. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye. So I'm starting off with this transition. Right. On with the show. So that's my transition shade. And then I'm going to go in. I do love this shade. I'm going to show you how beautiful it is. This really nice, she says, throwing all her makeup over the place. This really nice teal shade at the end called Willow. Well, there you go, Stacey. Just remember the sign behind me. Can you read that? Just don't laugh that hard, will you? Can you read my sign? I laughed so hard, tears ran down my legs. Don't laugh that hard. Whatever you do. Right, so I've gone all quiet now, you see. That in itself is a feat, isn't it? Something that's shut me up. There's the green. Now I'm going to take... Now, I wanted to ask Shahina, why did you ask me about the pinholes in the back? They have got those. Is there a significance to them? I'm just really intrigued to know what the significance of that is. Oh, God, I keep throwing things. Because I hadn't really noticed them before, but now you've come to mention it, I've seen them. Is there a reason for that? Are they refillable or something? Now, I just want to blend out this green with something else. Right. You can pop them out and create a bespoke palette. Or put them in. So this one that's loose, maybe then I can put it back into place. Because there's one that's actually... That is, look. It's completely loose. Oh, is that just that I need to take the sticker off the back? It's just come out like that. I wonder if that's just that the sticker's not been taken off it. Yeah, it looks like it's a sticky label, look. Anyway, I'll sort that out later. Oh, yeah, look. No, it's not a sticky label. It's that. Anyway, I'll sort that out later. I'll work out what's going on with that. But it's definitely loose in the palette. Now I'm going to just put a little bit of acacia to blend out. Because it's a sort of greeny yellow. Just to disperse that green a little bit. Now, I could use the glitters from here. Like this one would be nice. That would be very nice. But I'm going to use a couple of other things instead. Just to show you a bit of variety. First of all, I'm going to put this on. Now this, I know that Nina and Shahina are big fans of Made by Mitchell. And I was watching him the other day and I just love this shade. And I'm going to put this on as a base. This one is called Watch Your Mouth. And he was putting it on his model and he put on a brown mat and he put this over the top and it looked stunning. I'm going to put it on as a base, first of all. Now, over brown, this looks even nicer. But this is one of his blushes, and it's one of the disco light ones, I think. But then over the top, I'm going to put one of my colour pigments. I love a little blush. Did I see your message about the Sophisticate palette? No. Could you repeat your message about the Sophisticate palette, please? Or tell me now. MBM has newness out. I know, it's. Do you know what? You could spend a fortune on it. But except his stuff is really reasonable, I admit. Now, I've got 2 green shades. I've got a light green shade and I've got a dark green shade I've bought that's new. And I think I'm going to use both of them. One is called Storytime and the other one's called Neverland. And Neverland is the lighter one, I think. Yes. And so this one is Neverland. And then this one is called Storytime. Okay, and I'm just going to try and dab this on with my fingers. And I'm going to use that as the base, you see, because it's liquid, but it'll also give it a nice glow underneath. And it's also going to make it come out a slightly different colour. Look at that. Look at that. So I'm putting the lighter one on this side and I'm going to put the darker one on the other side. How's that for pigment? So that one is called Neverland. I'll just show it you swatched. That's it on the end of my finger. Neverland. Oh, he's giving you a free curve case. I should think so too. The amount you buy. My sister's bought so much from him as well. My sister's got almost the entire collection. She's overtaken me in a Made by Mitchell collection. Normally, my sister comes to me to try out stuff. But when it comes to Made by Mitchell, I have to go to her. Right, now this one is called Storytime. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's a darker, kind of more tealy green. And I'm going to put that on the outer. Now you can see why I put a dirty top on. Because I haven't been using my silicone brush. Look at that. I love the sheen that they give. And especially, as I say, the blushes underneath. That adds to it. Just adds to it. Thank you, Shahina. Now I've done that, there's a couple of tweaks I want to do. Now I did get a couple of lighter ones. Now I wonder, skylight. I wonder if skylight will work as a kind of, just to put it right in the middle. Let me just check. I'm not sure it's going to work. I'm going to swatch it on my hand first. This is definitely a play with an eye look today. We're playing. Might not go with this look, but I'm just going to swatch it and we'll see. Right, this one's called Skylight, which is... it's sort of quite pink. I'm not sure whether it's going to work with this. Let's put some over the top of that green and see. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. I just want something to highlight it in the middle. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's bring the two colours together. You can't seem to see that one. I tell you what it is. It's because it's one of the opalescent formulas, so it's slightly more scattered. Let me just do another big swatch of it. That's what it looks like in the pot. But I'm gonna, there it is on my finger. Can you see? But when you swatch it, it sort of scatters a bit. It's kind of pinky, lilac-y. There, I think that's a bit easier to see. So that's Skylight. And I've just popped a tiny bit in the middle just to highlight the lid, but also to bring the two colours together. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, so I was a bit, there you go. I was being a bit of a wuss. Is it the new MBM mascara? Oh, you're not sure if you should get the Sophisticate or not? Well, I tell you what, the Sophisticate is a bit of a no-brainer because the Sophisticate is a good base eyeshadow. Like, you can wear it on its own, like if you're going out and if you're going somewhere where you've got to be smart. But it's also great to use like in the socket, like if you want to get more adventurous like I'm doing now here, then you can use the Sophisticate in the socket. In fact, the one that just nearly dropped on the floor, no, it's not. I thought that was the Sophisticate palette. I was going to show you. You've got a matte brown in there. You've got, it's a sort of plain palette, but it's a useful palette. The only thing I would say is if you've got the 6-pan nudes palette, you don't really need it because that's quite similar. But if you haven't got the 6-pan nudes matte palette, then you'll definitely make use of it. I've had that one in the car quite a bit. And then I'll put something a bit more shimmery on my lids. Right. I'm going to take back that palette. I'm all over the place today. I'm going to take that palette back and I'm just going to blend out a bit more in the socket. I just want to do a bit more. Let's go in with Flax, which is, now this is quite similar to the Sophisticate. So look, if I, it's quite dark actually, but never mind, I'm going to blend it out. And then I'm going to take one of the lighter shades, a couple of the lighter shades, just start blending it out a little bit more at the top. But it's quite a smoky look, this look today. Nothing wrong with that. And then, of course, I need to do something underneath because at the moment it's all top heavy. So I'm going to take that Willow, the nice green shade, and take that underneath, first of all. Oh, right. Yes. The sale's coming soon. Yes, you might reduce it. I can swatch it for you, Stacey. I'll do that later on. Just remind me. Okay, and then I'm going to just take this Ixia, which is this orangey shade, and just blend that underneath. Just to blend out the harshness of that. And then I'm going to take the brown Flax and I'm going to use that to line my upper lid because I can feel that my eyes are starting to water slight bit. So rather than going in with a pencil, I'm going in with a powder, and this is a nice dark brown. I'm not sure I like the pink in the middle anymore. What do you think? I think I'd have been better with just the greens. But if you don't try, you don't. It's experimenting that actually gets you to try different things. And sometimes things work, and sometimes you think, no, I wish I hadn't done that. It's not bad. I just think I'd have been better leaving it at the 2 greens. Or putting something a bit more neutral to highlight. Now, let's do some mascara. Mascara. Let's do my MAC one. So I need to try this new mascara. And of course, Victoria Beckham's brought out a new one as well, hasn't she? But hers is another wash off one for people that have got lash extensions. Oh, that's my Amazon arrived. I've got a couple of pairs of shorts because at Centre Parks there's this subtropical swimming place that stays at 29 degrees all year round. So even if it rains next week, and I've decided I need to use the pool a bit, strengthen up that knee. I just want to go in the quiet areas of the pool and just do some knee exercises. I'm going to look at all the exercises I was given and I'm going to adapt them in the water. Oh, hello, Lucy. I don't know why that is. Does anyone know? My sister always gets this. Every time she goes into YouTube, it says she's got to resubscribe. I hope you've resubscribed to your sister. What do you think, Lucy, of this yucca look? Now, Lucy's got yucca as well. I've done yucca with a bit of my Carla pigments. Now, I think what we need on the cheeks for this is the blush that I used last week. I think that would go very nicely, and it just happens to be right next to me. And that is the Peach Pop from Charlotte. It asked you to set up a new channel. It's very weird. Oh, well, I've got a new subscriber then. Do go on, by the way, and double check, you guys, that you are still subscribed to me, because YouTube have been doing some really weird things recently. And like, if you haven't commented for a while, and I know a few of you watch but don't comment. If you haven't commented for a while, or you haven't watched a video, because I'm only doing them every week at the moment, it can sometimes just assume that you are an inactive user, and then you're no longer subscribed. So if you want to be notified, and please, do subscribe, just double check that you are still subbed. Because YouTube are terrible for taking away subscribers. Rebecca and I have both had nightmares with it. Right, so that, I think that goes quite nicely with the green. Now, what lipstick shall I put on? I wonder. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. I got one of these, which is the P. Louise. It's called Defined Eyebrow Gel. And it's really good. It's got a really thin wand. Look at that. But there's so much more in that than you're going to get in the Charlotte Tilbury one. And look at the size of the wand. I'm going to show you. Now, this one I've used. Now, this is the darkest shade Espresso. It comes in 5 shades. The problem is the next shade down, which is Macchiato. Although in terms of I'd rather have something a bit lighter, it's quite warm. And the thing is that my hair is quite cool toned brown. It's not warm brown. So it looked a bit weird because I've got a palette of hers which has got all the colours in it. So I ended up, it's probably a bit darker than I would have hoped for, but I would rather get the cool tone. But you can see, look how, the only thing is you tend to catch your skin, but it's really, really skinny, the wand. So it's going to capture every little hair that you've got. And it's really good value as well. It's something like £8-9, this. And there's loads in it. Absolutely loads in it. So I definitely recommend this. P. Louise. You might need to do a bit of cleanup, as you can see. I would say this is actually thinner than Charlotte's Legendary Brows. A bit dark. It is a bit dark for me. Excuse me a second. I just need to wipe my nose. Oh yes, the green mascara. Did I get the green one from Amazon? I got Lucy got me into these Amazon mascaras. I'm trying to see if I can find one, sis, to show people. Here's one of them, Handayan, but I don't think it's, this one's a purple one. Again, a really thin wand. So this is what they're called, Handayan. I'll put the link below later. They come in all different colours and they're really good. And you can get one in green. I got purple and I think I got blue. What's this one? Oh, I got white. I got white to use as a base. But I don't think I got green. I should get a green one, shouldn't I, sis? No, I didn't get green. But also you can put those on the tips. You can kind of put it on the tip. They go right into the lashes. They do. Right, let me think. Lipstick. Right, I've got a whole box here of Charlotte's lipsticks. So, I'm going to pick one of these out. Oh, let's do In Love with Olivia. Let's do it. I do like In Love with Olivia. A lovely peachy shade. Let's do a slightly darker lip liner. Not that dark. Not that dark. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes difficult with, I think peachy shades and greens go nicely together. It's also really difficult sometimes to match up when you do a blue eye look. Let's do a bit of, no, not that one, that's too pink. I want one that's slightly darker than the lipstick, just to give me a bit more of a sculpted lip look. Pink Venus is the one that would go with it. Come on. No, don't want that one. Don't want that one. Ah. Yes, yes, that will do. That will do nicely. Hollywood Honey. This is Hollywood Honey lip liner. I'm going to blend this in a minute. I just wanted a bit more sculpt into the lip. I know, I've just seen you sent me the link. Thank you, sis. We're so bad for one another, me and my sister. I want something to blend this in. Where's my little thingies? Ah, that'll do nicely. A cotton bud. That's better. I didn't want it to look like a stark line, but I just wanted a little bit more of a contour into my lips. Right, let's have a little spray. What do you think of today's look? Lucy, you missed out on a real treat earlier. You'd have been in hysterics. Lucy, are you still here? You missed out. We had a foot fetish person on. Asked to look at my feet. Well, everyone was saying foot fetish. I'm not sure why they wanted to see my feet. And it may have been a genuine reason, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because I'm not a nasty person. I'm not a nasty person, but it was quite funny and everybody was giggling because they asked to see my feet. Now, if you were asking for a genuine reason, I'm really sorry, but it was funny because it came out of context to everything I was doing. Can I see your feet? And I was like, no. Yeah, you have to watch it on playback. I was quite tactful because, as I say, I don't want anyone to feel left out if they were asking like for disability reasons. And I thought that might have been the reason at first. And then they said, no, that wasn't the reason. So I was kind of left wondering why they wanted to see my feet. Anyway. There you go. So this is the finished look, everyone. Now, everyone always asks, and I forgot, somebody asked, and I don't think I replied to them the other week. There's always someone asks me where I get my headbands from. So if you're watching this on playback, I'm wondering where I got my headbands from. They are from Blomco, and you can get them from the States. They used to sell them on Amazon UK. They don't anymore. But you can still get them from Amazon, but they're imported from the US. Okay, I love them because they don't give me a headache, and you can wear them in different ways. You can sort of make them really, sorry, my messy hair here, but you can turn them, you can have them like that, like I had it. There's all sorts of, it comes with a card and it shows you can wear it like that, which is the way I kind of like to wear. You can actually cover your hair with it like that. You can tie it up, or you can turn it round the other way, and you can wear it this way round, which is also quite nice. Like that. You can wear it like that. There's all sorts of different ways, and it comes with this card that shows you all the different ways to wear it. And it's the only ones that don't give me a headache when I'm wearing them. You know, some of them, if they're too tight, you start getting a headache. So they're Blomco, and I love them. And what's really nice about the company as well is whenever I put up a photograph and I'm wearing one, they always comment, even if I haven't mentioned them by name. And I think that's nice of a company to actually, you know, Lisa Eldridge does it, doesn't she? Charlotte Tilbury does sometimes, but not all the time. But Blomco always acknowledge when I'm wearing one of their products. And I've never got a freebie off them. So there's no conflict of interest going on here. And I'm not requesting one, although if you want to send me one, I'll always be grateful. But just letting you know, there is nothing in it for me to tell you that I like them. I bought them. They're not the cheapest headbands that you'll ever buy, but I actually think they're worth every penny. And you can get sets of 2 that are slightly cheaper. So I need to dig out all of mine because I put them away when I cut my hair. And now I keep finding them in dribs and drabs all over the place. So anyway, this is my look. I look a little bit like, is it Carmina Burana at the moment with my very shimmery eyes. And my headband like that. And this is going in the wash. Does anyone have any other questions or any questions before I go? Everyone's gone quiet. Probably not then. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And I will try and put out a video. If I don't, I'm not going to go live next week, but I might do a short live from Center Parcs, but it won't be a makeup video. So just watch this space and I'll keep you posted as to what I'm doing. I'll do something when I'm at Center Parcs. Okay. I might even, if they let me, I might even, you know, film doing my nails or something, but I'll play it by ear. Okay. All right. Have a lovely time, everyone. And I'll see you all soon. Mwah. Love you.